The 2020 domestic football season is about to come to a close, but fear not, football lovers, as the international game is about to crank up a notch with the return of the UEFA Nations League. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today we're taking a look at the Nations League Group A Section 3. That's right, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Nations League related, Blackburn Rovers related, whoa, football related, Disneyland related. We got it all here, boys. Under one roofski, that's right. Today we're going to be looking at the Grand Master Plan for the Nations League Group A Section 3. That is the World Cup winners group, of course. La France, they're in action. Of course, who else have they got? They got Croatia, of course, World Cup finalists themselves. Goodness gracious, what a tight group this is going to be. And it's also got the winners, Portugal. Goodness, this group is monstrous with the grand scheme of things. We'll talk about that in a minute. I want a big shout out to the boys and girls that are supporting the channel as Patreons. That's right, respect to them. They are brothers and sisters for life, family. They are to you and me. If you want to become the latest member of the family, there is a link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. Check it out. There are perks and privileges for as little or as much as you like. You can become my brother from another mother. That's right. So get in there, get stuck in, and take a little look at it. But now we're going to jump into the thick of things and take a little look at Group A, Section 3 of the UEFA Nations League. Here I am. I'm over here. That's right. Tiny me. But let's get into the nations, of course. Take a look at them. A little bit behind the scenes, of course. Here are the World Cup winners. France, still managed by Didier Deschamps. They played their majority of their home football at the Stade de France over in Paris. They are captained by Hugo Lloris of Tottenham. The most capped players, Lilian Thuram, with 142 games to his name. Thierry Henry managed to bag 51 goals for France, which is the top honours there. They're currently ranked second in the world, which is a bit strange. And the highest rank is number 1, which they did achieve that shortly after winning the World Cup, of course. And the lowest rank is 26th. Back in 2010. They're joined alongside Sweden, that's right, who are managed by Jan Andersson. They play their football at Friends Arena, and they're captained still by Andreas Granqvist. The most capped player is Anders Svensson with 148 caps to his name. Their top goal scorer is, of course, the legend, still playing, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Of course, he retired from Sweden quite a few years ago. But the arguments are always still there. Whilst he's still playing, why doesn't he get a look in over in Sweden? They're currently ranked 17th in the world. Their highest ever ranking was second after the 1994 World Cup. I think they made it to the third, fourth playoff back then in the USA World Cup. The lowest ranking was 45th back in 2017 as well. They are joined by World Cup finalist Croatia, managed by Zlato Dalic. They play their football over the Stadion Maskmir. They're captained by Luka Modric. Their most capped player is Dajo Sina with 134 games to his name. Davo Šuka was the man pulling the strings and scoring the goals way back when with 45 goals. He's the top goal scorer, and they currently rank 6th in the world. Goodness gracious me. The highest ranking was in 1999, where they finished 3rd. Again, they had some really good World Cups in the 90s. The lowest ranking was 125th back in 1994. Again, probably shortly after the dismemberment or disbandment or whatever you want to call it of Yugoslavia. So they formed a new nation, and that's where they landed. And then, of course, it is the winners. Portugal are joined in this group as well. Fernando Santos is pulling the strings these days. They play their football currently at the Estadio Nacional. Their most capped player, the captain, and of course the most high score scorer is Cristiano Ronaldo. Goodness gracious me, he's got 164 games to his name, 99 goals, one shy, I believe, as it stands. Currently ranked 7th in the world. The highest ranking was 3rd, and their lowest ranking was in 1998, 43rd in the world. So that's the teams. Let's get into the action and take a little look at the games itself. So here we are, boys and girls. We're going to take a little look at each and every one of these. Quick draw McGraw. We're not going to muck about. We're not going to go into details, who scores what and all that kind of jazz, and how many times they play. That's for another day. We're going to be doing those later, the match day by match day ones. But this is my early door picks for Nations League Group A, Section B. So let's get into it then, shall we? Now, these games will start on the 5th of September, and it's going to open with Portugal against Croatia. Of course, Portugal are the champions. They don't want to lose this. They want to become back-to-back champions, of course. With Ronaldo still playing, they've always got a say in them, deciding factor. And they'll open up with a 3-1 win over the World Cup finalists. And again, you know what? Looking back at that World Cup, what a tremendous World Cup it was over in Russia. I expected it to be a struggle, but no, they performed above their station. It was very, very good. And and Croatia made it to the final at the expense of England as well. But realistically, that was a very, very lopsided half to the draw. Any one of the teams in there could have made it. Sweden could have made it. Russia could have made it. Even England could have made it as well. They all could have made that final, whereas France did have to beat the bigger boys. So unfortunately, they are here in the Nations Elite, and I do think they are probably one of the best top 16 nations over in Europe. But are they good enough to be duking it out with Portugal and France on a regular basis? I don't think so. I don't think so. But we'll see. Maybe the proof is in the pudding today. The cream will rise to the top. That's right. The quality always goes to the top. Sweden, again, another team. I don't think they should be here battling them of the big boys. But you know what? They can, again, just like Poland, just like Denmark, they can beat anybody on any given day. So they're here on merit for the time being. But let's just see who comes on top. Opening day victory for Portugal, and also it'll be opening day victory for France. Away days on the 5th of September. So opening it, so a nice start for the champions, and of course the World Cup winners. Meanwhile, next up it will be a repeat of that World Cup final over in Paris, though, on the 8th of September. France will take on Croatia, and again they'll rise on top. 3-0 winners. Back-to-back clean sheets for the Frenchies as well on this one. And Sweden, they will get a point against the current holders, 2-2 over in La Suède, as they continue and an okay start. Portugal will be seeing as 2 points dropped for them. Next up into the month of October, we go the 11th of October. Croatia will take on Sweden, and they will open up, finally get the 3 points on the board with a victory over against Sweden. So 3 points on the board for Sweden, and so far just the 1 point for 3 points on the board for Croatia, and currently just the 1 point on the board for Sweden. Next up, we have another mouth-watering contest over in La France as well. It will be France against Portugal, 2-1 in the end, and again, that will take place on the 11th of October. But as you can see, comfortable start for France, 3 wins out of 3. The rest, the second half of this group will need to up their ante if they're going to stop the World Cup winners from breezing through faultless. Next up is Croatia up against La France. This will be on the month of October, the 14th of October, and I think there'll be a couple of drop points here for France at long last. Croatia will probably think this is an opportunity missed with a 0-0 draw. They could still nick it. They could get a bit of sweet revenge, of course, from both the World Cup defeat and also the first defeat of their campaign, or the second defeat of the campaign right here. But it'll be a 0-0 draw. Croatia will probably not be the happier. France will be content with the point in the end. Same match day will be Portugal against Sweden, and I think that the Portuguese will go away with a 2-0 victory in the end. Next up into the month of November, we go the 14th of November. Portugal will take on La France. Of course, a big game this one. If Portugal win it, then it turns the groups on its head. But if there's a victory for France, then they're going to be plain sailing all the way to the bank. But I think it's going to be an even Steven contest, this one, 2-2 in the end. And again, I think France will be happy with their away day point. Portugal will see this as 2 points dropped. Into the same match day as well, must win for both of these two sides to avoid that relegation spot. And I think the Swedes will nick it, 1-0 win in the end. So put a bit of a kibosh on Croatia, and they'll be looking above themselves rather than beneath themselves, because I think they'll be bottom of the pile at them as it stands on this one. Into the final match, there we go. Croatia up against Portugal, must win day for Croatia, and they'll deliver the goods, 2-1 in the end, to possibly, I don't know for sure, I haven't got the calculators out just yet, but possibly get themselves at that relegation spot. And then Sweden will have the undaunting task to take on the World Cup winners on their own turf, and they'll lose, of course, 3-1 win in the end to secure a not perfect, but 100%, an unbeaten campaign for France. But unfortunately, it will leave Sweden in the relegation spot with just 1 win, 1 draw, and 4 defeats, and that means 4 points on the board as well. Into third spot will be Croatia, which means they'll stick around for in Group A for another year, with a tally of 2 wins, 1 draw, and 3 defeats, 7 points on the board. And then Portugal, the champions, will not go through to defend their title again. Unfortunately, it will be this is where their campaign will end: 2 wins, 2 draws, and 2 defeats with 8 points on the board. And of course, La France lead the way: 4 wins, 2 draws, no defeats, 14 points on the board, comfortable in the end. But as you can see, Croatia keeping up the steam with the current winners, of course, Portugal, but only missing out on the runners-up spot by just 1 point. But that, for me, is where I think will happen in Group A, Section 3. The World Cup winners will go through to take on the likes of the Group A winners, Section 1 and Section 2. Who will join them in Group 4? Group A, Section 4, we'll find that out tomorrow. But, my friends, be sure to get your own predictions nice and early for this. And we'll do it all again tomorrow with another one. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Give this video some love. Smash the thumbs up. And, of course, if you're new, smash the subscribe. New videos every single day on the channel, especially the next few days. We've got Nations Leagues coming out of our ears, coming out of our ass, whatever it is. We've got Nations League videos running on through. We're going to take a look at Nations League Group A, Section 4. That is Germany and Spain tomorrow. So that'll be another fiercely contested group. Who do you think will come out on top on this one, though? That's what I want to know. Be sure to give the video love. Smash the thumbs up. Smash subscribe. Check out the description, though. Links to my other social media platforms are in there. Twitter, Facebook, and, of course, Patreon if you want to support the channel in another way. Patreon.com /overseas. That's the way to do it, whichever way you like. But that's it, my friends. France going through to the knockouts. Who's going to join them? We'll find out the next tomorrow. Till then, we're out of here. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.